Hello, I'm Stefan Novakovic.
And I'm Emil Cohen.
I'm a fan of Manchester United, the greatest team on earth.
And I'm a fan of Leeds United. We have the greatest fans on earth.
Welcome to the show, Two Blokes and a Yob, football focus. Each week we'll be conversing with a local yob/football hater.
Living in Canada as a football fan can be difficult, as the footballing culture that exists across the pond is not appreciated nor known to many Canucks. This is why each week we'll be educating local yobs about the beauty of the game.
Today we will be joined by a local frisbee and volleyball enthusiast, Reed Paterson. Reed will share with us his insights about his distaste of football and will attempt to transform Mr. Paterson into a football fan as well as teaching him about the game. It's our pleasure to have here with us today Mr. Reed Paterson. Reed is a local volleyball and frisbee enthusiast. Say hello to the fans, Reed.
Hello, fans.
How are you doing? Good, all three of you out there. Now, Reed, what are your feelings about the game of football? And I'm not talking that like egg shit where the guys run and hit it into each other. I'm talking about where the guys score.
Yeah. Well, I was actually going to start off by saying. It's not football, it's soccer, but okay, we'll go with it.
Emil,
how is it not football?
Yeah, how is it not football?
It's known as football everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Why can't North America just call it football and call it American football?
Yeah, exactly.
Way too much of a hassle just for a bunch of pansy football players.
Pansy.
The Americans are going to come in
here. Do you
here.
think John Terry is a pansy? Have you seen John Terry?
I don't know who John Terry is, but I hate him already because Emil...
I hate John Terry too, for the record.
Okay, good.
But is he a pansy?
He's not a pansy. In fact, I once had a dream where John Terry beat the shit out of me at a bar after a Chelsea game.
I assume this is a football, quote-unquote, player we're talking about here.
Right.
It's a football player, yes.
And he plays for Leeds,
unquote.
probably.
He plays for Chelsea.
Plays for Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Captain,
I thought we all
captain
hated Chelsea.
We do all hate Chelsea.
But we're saying he's not a pansy. He's one of the toughest footballers in the world.
That's right.
So generally, what problem do you have with football? What fundamentally do you hate about it?
There are several aspects of the game that I absolutely hate.
Not just several.
Yes, several. Yes, thank you, Stefan. Thank you. Well, the first thing is definitely the fact that it's just so boring to watch. And I'll tell you why. No, I'm not just... Hang on, go on. I'm not just one of those guys that's going to say, I hate football/soccer because it's boring and,
No,
I have
you're
several reasons.
Say, I hate football and it's boring because you're on this podcast, which is a football podcast.
Yes,
okay,
I'm not just going to say that. I have actual reasons, legitimate reasons. The first one is, we're talking about like a 1-0 game, okay? Through 90 minutes, okay? Who can watch a sport that takes 90 minutes and have it end at 1-0 and say it's the greatest game ever played?
Well,
absolutely not. There's no way that's true.
Some of the greatest games ever played have been 0-0 draws.
Absolutely.
The greatest game ever where absolutely nothing happened.
That's not true.
It boggles the mind.
See, this is this infantile American attitude where just, a lot of points, 125
yeah,
points
excitement. People need things to happen.
But what's more exciting? Like a last-ditch slide tackle preventing a certain goal, or someone throwing a ball in a basket?
Someone throwing a ball in the basket 100 times would be infinitely more exciting.
Euro 2004 European Championship semifinals, Czech Republic versus Greece.
Already, no one cares because it's a Czech Republic and Greece.
Go fuck yourself.
You are racist.
That's not racist at all. Those are countries. They're not a race. Anyways, continue.
Fuck you. Anyway. The Czechs, through Tomáš Rosický, hit the crossbar twice in the first 20 minutes. Full adrenaline-packed game.
Unbelievable.
The Greeks, in like a remarkably, completely against the run of play, end up winning 1-0. It was a travesty for Czechs, but still it was an exciting game.
An exciting game. And
wait,
what was the end score? I wasn't listening.
Wait. 1-0. When was the last time you watched a game?
A full soccer game.
Yeah.
Yes. From start to finish.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what a full game is.
In my 18 years of living, I can proudly say I have never watched a full football game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a yob. So not once in your life have you watched a full game.
Have you ever? You didn't watch the World Cup final?
I was at camp doing things productive, helping kids while you assholes are sitting on your ass watching a pointless game.
I was standing in a pub.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Between Netherlands and Spain, right?
Yeah.
Or Spain won like 1-0 or some shit.
Yeah. Okay, I should ask you.
They scored in the last like 30 seconds, didn't they? Oh my gosh, 89 minutes, and then boom.
It was actually 118 minutes.
Okay, sorry.
What do you think happens in a game if people say nothing happens in the game? Do you think it's like 22 men and a referee just standing around staring at each other for 90 minutes?
It is 22 fags and a referee who's also gay most of the time. Okay, I probably shouldn't say that. Whatever.
No, you just said.
They literally.
You just said
it.
It's on the record.
No, it's not. They're not standing around. They're running around, kicking a ball.
Yeah.
And I know there's more. I know there's more to the game than that. Obviously, they're trying to score and whatnot. But it just doesn't work.
It's a smart man.
The field's way too big. Okay.
How is the field too big?
It's way too big.
Look, how would it work if the field is too
Cut the field in half.
But then
less players
I think
and have some real action.
If FIFA
make the
president
5 times as big or something.
If FIFA president Sepp Blatter is listening, Reed Paterson has just made a recommendation to cut down the size of the field in half and make the next 5 times.
How many players do you want on the field? 6? 6 on each side. Would that work?
Yeah, absolutely. That would be much better.
Why would it be much better?
Because something might happen.
But look,
people might be entertained.
People are entertained. Why do you think it's
I'm a true football fan, okay? I was rooting for the Ivory Coast through the entire World Cup.
Well, they got knocked out the first round, so not the entire time.
Why? Why were you rooting for the Ivory Coast?
Because it's the Ivory Coast.
But that has nothing. You're talking about.
They had one good player.
Now you're talking about the Ivory Coast. This is completely unrelated.
Drogba, right?
Yeah, Didier Drogba.
Yes.
He's coming on in years.
Even I know who that guy is.
Where does he play?
He's a striker.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I didn't even watch a single full game of
big man
the
number
Ivory
9.
Coast.
So you supported them. You didn't watch the full game.
Yeah.
How are you supporting them?
I was gonna buy a jersey because that was the band.
Did you at least wear orange?
Busy summer for Reed.
No, I did not. I did not wear orange. I don't own any orange clothing.
Now, what sports do you like then, Reed? What's a good sport? You like football. You like American football.
I am not a huge football fan. I watch the Super Bowl.
You hate football.
I hate football. I hate American football.
I certainly don't hate it. Why do you hate it? I know it's not about American football.
Fine, I'll answer because the thing is, it's just a bunch of guys sort of like ramming into each other.
Okay, and what is soccer? A bunch of guys not ramming into each other.
Yeah.
Soccer is intelligent. Yeah. Soccer has an aesthetic beauty to it. I'm not going to call it soccer. I can convince that.
I even got. See, I'm turning these guys.
We're talking about
They're cracking.
No.
Yeah, absolutely they are. At least something happens in American football.
What happens?
At least it's high scoring.
It's high scoring.
Amazing plays, highlight reels.
Because you get guys pushing into each other.
It is infinitely harder to become a professional American football player than it is to become a professional soccer player. Infinitely harder. I'll tell you what. There are a million leagues. There are way too many leagues. That's another issue.
That's why only North Americans like American football because only we like. The thing is, they don't like soccer because they don't have the patience.
Listen,
they have the patience to sit through the 3 hours of American football, men ramming into each other, surrounded by Budweiser advertisements.
Fucking Budweiser. The Budweiser is advertising. Don't watch it.
It's a shitty beer.
How many people watch the World Cup final?
Yeah, more people.
Not many. Okay, the World Cup. The World Cup final. No. I thought he was referring to some other bullshit at soccer league. Doesn't matter. The World Cup final. No doubt, a lot of people watch it, but only because of the World Cup, and it's like once every 4 years, right?
Correct.
So people actually care.
Man, you need to research. I'm
not one of those guys that just hates soccer because there's no contact. I'm not a contact player. I don't like hockey that much, even though I'm amazing.
He's Canadian.
I play sports like tennis, volleyball, ultimate frisbee.
Tennis. Okay, tennis.
Yeah, absolutely.
You play tennis. I like tennis.
I don't play tennis.
I like tennis a lot. You don't play, but you're really good.
I'm really good. I'm better than
You don't play.
I play competitively.
I don't.
That's what I meant to say.
How cocky are you? You sound like you think you're great at every sport.
What about Reed?
Not every sport.
You're a tall boy. What are you? 6'4", something like that.
I'm about 6'4.5".
You like basketball?
Yes, I do.
Like basketball?
I play a lot of basketball.
And you would say basketball is a dynamic game. A lot of stuff going on.
Absolutely.
There's in basketball. Okay, sport, fine. There's no point in watching the first 3 quarters because everything's decided in the last quarter. So he's like, here's a point, there's a point, here's a point. What's the point of watching the first half of the game?
So predictable.
Predictable?
Yeah.
Oh, and football isn't?
No.
No, it's not.
Well, did I just talk about Greece versus the Czech Republic?
January.
Run of play.
He's not going to like this. January 3rd, 2010, last year.
God, not this story again. I've heard this story too many fucking times.
He hasn't heard the story.
All right, fine.
Leeds United, top of the 3rd division of English football.
Mm-hmm. And again, no one cares, right? Continue.
Exactly. No one does give a shit about Leeds United.
74,000 people in the stadium, but no one cares, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go to Old Trafford, the home of Manchester United. At this point, champions of England. They put on a great display. They win 1-0.
Who, Leeds?
Leeds win 1-0.
Oh my God! I bet
it was a second
I
string
bet it was
lineup.
full of excitement too.
This is the only story he tells me ever about the one time that Leeds beat Manchester United. Well, case closed, Emil. Jesus Christ. We lost to Wolverhampton,
guys,
but still they like the club.
But the point was, is that unpredictable?
What? Soccer football?
The story I just told you. What are you talking about? What?
I didn't think there was any relevance.
story-
Yeah, okay, one upset in like the millions of years Leeds has been around. No one
I'm not
cares.
talking about every year there are like tons of FA Cup upsets.
Wolverhampton versus United in the league this year. Our first dog would have been
the bottom team in the Premier League being the top team in the Premier League.